right, boom. Welcome back to another episode of Return to the Mac podcast. This is your host, Oxcore Daddy, Direct Poppy, Jameson Poppy, a.k.a. Let me see what's in the pants, a.k.a. just playing I'm in a relationship. This week is, it's another, I don't know why every time I do the intro, I always say this week, like, it's like, you know what I'm saying? It's another episode, bro. You want to introduce yourself? You want me to introduce you?
No, you can introduce me, you know what I'm saying?
Nah, nigga, you're not even a guest at this point. You know what I mean? It's like, come on, like, you're the homie, you're a friend of the show. Like, homie of the show, you know what I'm saying? So, like, as soon as people even hear the first few words that you say, they already know who it is.
You know what it is. It's your boy Kotiande, so Kotiande. You already know.
Yeah, and this week we're wearing glasses. I feel weird about it, to be honest. It's like a big throwback to high school. Shade. You good, man? What's going on? You good?
Good, I'm blessed.
All right. Now we're gonna take them off because they're annoying me. But
you're ugly anyways, man.
Anyway, so last week's episode was fun. It was super different, you know. Like, I put myself out there. I did it solo dolo. Yeah, I mean, the feedback I'm getting so far is pretty good. I like it. You know what I mean? People are like, "Oh fuck!" Like, I can tell you were nervous, but once you really got comfortable, you gave out the advice. It was great. So I'm happy you guys like that shit. And of course, yeah, it is scary.
You're nervous, bro. It's got shaking words.
No, I wasn't shaking. I think I was like rambling more than anything. You know what I mean? Because you don't have anybody else to bounce like words and anything off of. You're just bouncing off yourself. And, you know, so and it's also weird to just talk and look directly at yourself instead of the person you're looking at Zoom. So it was just all that put together. You know what I mean? It was like me rambling, saying, okay, what do people want to hear? Like, what am I supposed to say? You know, so. But I got in the groove of everything from time to time. I feel like there was ebbs and flows. Where, like, there were flows where I was comfortable talking, and then other times where I was like, "Fuck, what the fuck am I gonna say next?" Or what do people want to hear? You know, so
yeah, because it was readable on your face too. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, more than anything, which is like that's part of it. Was like, fuck, man, I don't want to put this up because I'm like, I don't like the way like I look right now. You know what I mean? I look like I'm like worrying and thinking about what am I gonna say, and I'm like visibly uncomfortable. You know, so but no, I put it out because I'm like, fam, it's an episode. I'm not gonna be like, oh no, everyone's gonna worried about this, and it's like, fam, literally no one gives a fuck about you as much as you think they give a fuck about you. You know what I mean? Like, people just come, take their content, leave. Like, they're gonna be like, oh my god, yeah, he does look uncomfortable. Yeah, we're robot, and they talk about it for an hour, 2 hours, whatever, and it's out of their head.
Yeah.
You know, it's not like they think about it every day of their life, and they're like, that guy is super uncomfortable. You know.
So what were your thoughts going into it? Like what were things that you kept in mind? And were like, yo, I gotta make sure I stay steady in this course, make sure I stay on point. You know, like, how was that?
So I didn't do any, like, not very much prepping before because I didn't want it to be super like prepared. You know what I mean? Because like the show itself already is pretty loose. You know what I mean? Like, there's a loose structure to it. You know what I mean? We'll talk music. We'll talk this guy. We'll talk music. We'll talk life. We'll talk whatever. You know what I mean? But in terms of, we don't really go point by point and saying, okay, and now the next segment. You know, I hate that. So I went into it saying, you know, it's just gonna be like another episode, but you go into the ring and when you get punched in the face, you're kind of like, huh? You know what I mean? It feels a little different. So, but to answer your question, I mean, I went into it saying, like, the reason why I did a dolo is because I'm like, first of all, it's my show. I need to be able to stand by myself. And two, it was the advice thing. You know, it's the thing I always wanted to do. And I got a bunch of emails in the inbox. So I'm like, bro, perfect opportunity to do it. So I did that. And honestly, that was super fun. So I want to do a bunch more. So email at, what is the email? Return to the Mac podcast. Nah, it's ROTMPodcast@gmail.com. That's all the email address is. Yeah, I think that's that on that. What else do we have? Oh shit, I have a bunch of things that I have to clear up actually, because
like what?
So update on, let's see, someone called me an alcoholic. More than one person called me an alcoholic. The fuck, guys? What the fuck? Nah, clearly not an alcoholic. Honestly, nah. Like, I cleared it up. All of this started with Shanette. Shanette said that I drink in my room alone. I was like, first of all, not true. Second of all, that happened one time when I was editing a video. This is years back. We had guests and I was drinking from upstairs. I just brought it downstairs. I'm like, okay, let me just start editing. And then she came downstairs. She's like, you're drinking? I'm like, bro, what? I'm not even drunk one. And I'm literally just, like, what? But anyway, no, she said it on the podcast, and everyone took that, and It'll went on Twitter and said I drink every single day. And then Schneider's like, you drink alone in your room. I'm like, fam, what? Like, it just started escalating over.
You ever got drunk by yourself before?
Never.
That you just got drunk, you started laughing. It's just,
that means you're spiraling. Never gone drunk by myself. No. I've gone tipsy by myself though, for sure. Like, and it wasn't even like a plan. You know what I mean? It's kind of just like I was just literally just like, oh, it's Friday. I'm vibing out to music, and I'm like, it was quarantine because I was like, the drums, the drums, the music. You're feeling new albums. You're like, damn, it brings you back to being out. You know what I mean? And it's kind of like you're just vibing, like listening to the music, feeling it. So it was that. It wasn't like stumbling, breaking tables and shit. That's a red flag. But even then, like I drink once every 2 weeks, if that. No, I'm dead ass. I'm dead ass.
You have a bottle in your room right now.
I have 2 bottles of Jameson. One of them was gifted to me. 2 bottles, bro. And it's like it's been there for how long? One of the bottles was there since before quarantine started. The other one was a gift for my birthday. I said to Schneider's like, fam, you having the poison in your possession is not a good case for you. Like, come on. It's not even. First of all, why are we talking about this for this long?
Because you love Jameson. You're alcoholic.
All right, I don't know about alcoholic, but yeah, Jameson's nice. There's something else I want. Yeah, what's your drink anyway? You're kind of a whore. You go to anything.
Nah. I love Moscato.
Oh, brother,
such a thought,
this
bro.
guy stinks.
I like Moscato.
You're such a thought, bro. Because of Meek Mill, eh?
Moscato.
Because of Meek Mill? Oh my god, bro! Come on. Why do you like Moscato?
It's flavorful. It's bubbly. It's smooth. It goes good with food. It's an amazing.
Oh, you drink and eat?
Yeah, I drink and eat. Yeah.
That's a problem.
I always drink and eat.
That's a problem. That right there, sir, is a sign of addiction. The fact that you can treat alcohol like it's juice. I treat it like it's a thing of its own. Because once you start drinking and eating, that's when you're going down the rabbit hole. You're like, it's just wine with the meal, or it's just an extra cup of wine, or it's just I can never drink and eat. It's just too weird.
How is that weird?
Because you use the drink to wash the food down, right?
Yeah, and it marinates, it mingles in your stomach, and it gives you a good vibe.
Alcoholic.
It's like I love champagne and food too. It's amazing.
Bro, who are you? Why do you drink? First, we have glasses inside. Red flag. And then you drink fucking Moscato and then champagne. Come on, dog.
You ever tried Hypnotic before?
I have. It tastes so bad. I thought it was gonna be so good. Like as a kid, you see the blue liquid, you see other rappers rap about it. I'm like, yo, as soon as I get this, bro, it's over. I tried it. I'm like, ugh, it tastes like Alizé.
I'm not gonna try to say yeah. I know exactly what you mean, but it's the Hypnotic. Oh man, it's a drink you should have on a Friday.
I don't know. People used to mix Hypnotic and Hennessy. Used to call it Ultimate Hulk in New York. I was at drinking clubs. That shit had people fucked up. People were fucked up of Ultimate Hulks or whatever. But Incredible Hulks. That's what it was called. That's nasty. It looks green too. That's why I think they call it that. But even mixing those two together, just
adequate. But like, I don't know why, but I just picture you. It's gonna sound mad dirty, so I had to pause.
All right, bro.
Heavy pause.
Yeah.
I picture you like drinking like right after a shower. I don't know why. You're just that type of nigga that's gonna drink when he's naked at home by himself.
All right.
I swear to God.
Jesus.
I'm God, man.
Bro, I don't even know how to answer that. That's insane. First of all, nigga, don't think about me naked, nigga. Like, drinking too is crazy. I've never done that. Actually, no, I have actually. This is back when like you're rushing to go meet your friends.
Yeah.
And you're like, fuck, bro. By the time I get there, I'm not gonna have time to pregame. You know what I mean? So you have to you get out of the shower, you're all clean, lotioned up, little shot here and there. You know what I mean? Like, and then you go. But
I'm talking about like staying home, playing slow music.
Oh hell no, bro! I'm like going through some shit. Hell no. That's crazy. Another thing that I have to clear up is I think I wrote it down somewhere here. No, alcoholism has been solved. Yes. Oh shit! An update on the birthday situation. So on the last episode, I talked about how my girl was saying I'm gonna get the perfect gift for you. I'm the best at finding gifts. You're gonna love me so much more. All this stuff, right? And I was like, don't say that because you're the only. It's only gonna bite you in the ass. You know what I mean? So she's like, yeah, whatever. I was right. She got the wrong gift. So exactly when I got it, and I was like, damn, it's the wrong one. Like she thought she got me sneakers that were the right ones, and I was like, those are not the ones. And I felt bad for even saying that, but she asked me, she's like, oh, these are the ones you wanted, right? And I was like, nah, babe, it wasn't. But I like these. These are cool sneakers. And then she's like, oh, I saw the defeat on her face, and I felt so bad. I was like, shouldn't I have said it? Shouldn't I have said it?
In
What
her
would you
mind,
do?
probably, this nigga ain't shit.
Nah. Definitely not. Would you say anything in that time, in that circumstance?
Yo, my thing is, sometimes you gotta lie to buy time. You know what I mean?
But what do you need time for?
You're in the present moment. Why are you gonna crush her? Like, not in the sense where it's like she did her best. You know what I mean?
She did.
Research, going out to purchase the shoes, spending dollars, imagining giving it to you, then you being happy and smiling, right? Like all of that played in her head, and for you to be like, well, it's not that I wanted, you know what I mean? And it's like, yo, yeah, I know a part of her was probably like, damn.
Oh, big time. I can see it on her face. She was like so like sad and like, you know what I mean? Like she's like, fuck, I dropped the ball, you know? And I felt bad. I'm like, no, like it's actually okay because I'm like, first of all, the intent is everything. You genuinely thought this was exactly what it is that I wanted, and you went out and you got it for me. You know what I mean? So that already you won, you know, because you didn't take something that I was kind of like, I kind of want this. You went, nah, he wants this, I'm gonna get that. And it wasn't that. So, you know. But the reason why I came like, what's the word I'm looking for? Anyway, the reason why I was honest about it was because I thought about it roles reversed. Like if I had gotten her something that I thought is what she wanted, and she lied to me and told me, yeah, this is what I want. 3-4 years down the line, where she's rocking that thing just for me, and then I find out that's actually not what she wanted, that would break my heart. I'd be like, why didn't you just tell me? Because like I feel silly now. Like every time I see you, I'm like, oh, she likes it. Nope, she's just wearing it for you. You know. And I'd be like, that's so sad.
That's the worst.
Yeah. So,
oh God.
I don't know, but no. So yeah, we're gonna take care of that situation, get the things rectified, and get the right sneakers in order.
You
What
got the
else?
receipt, right?
Huh? Well, yeah, they got returned. But even that in itself, I hate doing that. Like, yeah, let's return the shoes.
Yeah,
like
but what if you got I threw away the receipt, I didn't know.
Oh, okay.
Now you're stuck.
Yeah, that would be different. I'll be like, you know, fuck that. That's a tough reality to face, to be honest.
It is. It's very tricky purchasing something for someone, like, you know.
Yeah.
It really is. And I feel like women are so particular in things that they want. Mm. Certain women, I feel like, not all. Yeah. And it's like, yo, if you fuck up that particular time, it's like it's never gonna leave her mind ever. It's like make it or break it.
You think so? For women, I mean, for my girl, I don't think so. But at the same time, I'm also good at giving presents. You know, so I don't know. I don't think it would be make or break, to be honest. And she's not a like materialistic person, too. So, I don't see it. I don't see any scenario where me giving her a present would go bad. You know?
Yeah, but that's an awesome trait to have, though. Like, not being materialistic, in a sense where like you're not like a brand whore. You know what I mean? Like, and you're just appreciative of like the thought and actually the act of giving, right? Yeah. Like the notion of it, like that's amazing. It's a trait that like, predominantly right now, like how the world is, we don't really see a lot of women appreciate like the smaller things, you know.
Facts. Especially like, yeah, it's great. Honestly, like, I'm so mad, bro. Honestly, let's let people behind the curtain. All right, so we filmed this episode. We filmed this episode already, and it was magnificent. Like we just jumped from topic to topic, flowing. It felt like Tarzan in the forest. You know what I mean? Just branch after branch. It was just smooth. And then I go to export it after I'm done, and it says error, and I'm like, okay, what the fuck? And then I still export it, and then when it's done, I check the file, and it says that the video is 37 minutes. We talked for at least an hour and a half.
Straight.
So when I tell you that I was sick, I was like, no, 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 like going through the motions, just being like not feeling well. And then I give Coty a call. I'm like, fam, like what we just did, it's gone. And he does the exact same thing. No, no, no. So it was a crazy day. And we're like, fuck, we can't do it the next day because we both had plans. And then the day after that, it was just because it was going into the weekend. We're like, yo, we have already things booked up. So let's try to do it for Sunday. At first we said Sunday morning. And then that same day, we're like, no, we can't do Sunday mornings. Sunday mornings, we can't do that. Let's do Sunday afternoon. And I was like, all right, it's a Sunday afternoon. And then Sunday afternoon came. He had something to do. And then I thought I could do something. Something popped up for me, too. It was just really hectic. And then finally today, Monday, we're filming it. And it's supposed to be out in 2 days. So, guys, pray for me that I have the strength to edit this episode, put it out. Everything's fine. But, yeah, that's what happened right now. So, we're running on.
Episode,
Oh, my God, bro. It was so fire. I'm so mad it's not going to be out. It was so amazing. But anyway, let's get started with the episode. I feel like we just did a long-ass intro.
Let's get it popping.
All right, let's go. What are we gonna start with? Dave Chappelle. He dropped the 846 special, right? The 27-minute doc or whatever. Or the special they put it on YouTube.
Amazing.
All the three platforms. What do you think about it?
I thought it was amazing. You know what I mean? He once again he showcased his talent. He showcased what he got. Dave Chappelle, he can give you that medicine and that candy, like pause, in the same bowl. You know what I mean? And it's just the fact that he brought us into his world, into the way he sees things, in the way he has been reacting to certain things. You know what I mean? Like as a comedic, like as a comedian, I mean, like I don't think they tweet a lot or they speak a lot out in public unless if it's like an actual stand-up. You know what I mean? So like I feel like he's been pretty quiet a bit until he held so much content and so much things to say, and he just let everything out in those moments, which were really special.
Yeah, yeah. Dave is definitely he's definitely that guy not to tweet a lot, but like yeah, I do know comics that just tweet all the time, like they're always because they use that as another form to say jokes, right? Because it's another stage in some sort. So
yeah,
people just put out like quick jokes, put them out, whatever. But Dave is definitely not that guy. But no, I really liked like the way you put it was perfect. He literally brought us into his world. He showed us the symbolism behind the numbers. A lot of numerology was there. 824, Kobe's numbers, also his date of birth or something like that. 846 is how long it took. The video of like George Floyd's death, and then 846 also being the time that he was born. It was just this was a lot, man. And I thought it was needed, and I thought it was important. I thought it was great. So I really liked it. I heard some other feedback or criticism of it. People said he didn't really tell us anything.
Huh?
Yeah, he's like, he didn't give us any like a deep take, and I was like, yeah, but I mean, but did you enjoy it? You know what I mean? Like,
yeah,
it made me feel good. I enjoyed watching it. Like, fuck, I left there like, damn, But
it was
they
a
were
sense
like,
of relief.
exactly, and they were like, well, I didn't feel like he said anything that was wow. Aside from was it Chris Dorner? The Chris Dorner like link.
Yeah,
Remember
yeah.
Chris Dorner? He had a manifesto and he mentioned Dave Chappelle in it, all that stuff. But besides that, like they weren't really impressed. But I enjoy it, and that's all that really matters, right? So
smoking a cigarette at the same time, classic.
Yeah, that's classic Dave, bro. Like always smoking a cigarette, just chilling on the stage. That's his home. Yeah. So okay. So next, what else do we have up next right now? Current events. I think that's honestly, I don't really want to touch too much on what's current. I wanted to talk about like deeper conversations, whatever, like kind of like what we did in the first episode, like So, the focus of this episode, honestly, I want it to be like on parents and like trauma. You know what I mean? Dealing with those things. How do you deal with the trauma that your parents put on you?
How do I deal with it? I won't lie. I had to understand what it was they've gone through and the way they love, because I had to understand that hey, like they weren't raised here. They haven't really raised up on what we were able to see and how people here receive love in a way. They kind of love hard from where they're from, and for them, love is like hey, I bought you food today. I gave you lunch money. You have a house. You have TV. Oh, look, you have a phone at home, like these things are like things that they've gone out and try to say like, this is how we love you, like, and us, like all of us growing up, like, are we like first generation or consider second generation?
Second generation, because they would be first because they came from Congo to here, so we're second.
Yeah, second generation, because we the way we perceive love is totally different from what's put on us, right? From the environment, from what we watch on TV and all these shows, right?
Yeah.
So growing up, I had to really. It took me time to understand that, like, yo, hey, like, they don't really love me the way I'm supposed to be loved in a way, because it's like, I didn't have to grow up with 12 siblings and like 15 different cousins in like one house, like 30 people in a cramped out house, right?
Yeah. So yeah, exactly. I literally had that conversation with my parents, and it didn't go too well. You know what I mean? Like it was. I told them, like, yeah, I didn't feel like I didn't. There was a time where I didn't feel loved the way I wanted to be by my parents. And telling that to a parent, a lot of times can go left, but we were able to work through it. And I realized that it's like you said, what we saw on TV growing up was a different type of love between the parents and the kids. You know what I mean? Yeah. It was kisses before going to bed. It was like, I love you. It was, you know what I mean? Like little things like, oh, I got you that little toy you wanted. Just like caring about your day, how like little things is what really mattered to us. Whereas for them, it's more so the bigger things. Like they make sure that you're well fed. They make sure that you're in school. They make sure that you have clothes that don't have holes in them. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Things like that. But we cared more about the smaller things, and then for them, those are not important, and those are just extras. So we had to have that conversation, and I was like, no, it's different, right? And then I'm like, for me, I told them, I'm like, yeah, like my older sister, she was the parent I always wanted. You know what I mean? Because she was like 10. She's 10 years older than me. Right, but it's like when she raised us, she was literally like the third parent because she was always picking us up after daycare, asking us about our days, like, you know what I mean, like little things.
Yeah,
the parent that was involved. So we're like, oh my god, like I feel so loved by her, So I told my parents that, and they were like, they were kind of tight, They were like, what do you mean we didn't love you? We didn't give you clothes. We didn't give you this. And I'm like, you see, that's the language we're talking about. It's a difference between, you know what I mean? It's not just, you don't just put me in school and feed me, that means you love me, to me, you know what I mean? And they had a hard time getting that, but at the end of the conversation, I kind of realized that when I said that to them, it hurt them, right? And so they felt hurt, and a lot of times when parents are hurt, they just come out in anger, So they're like, "Oh, you guys don't understand, or this is this," and it's really just hurt. So we worked through it. We're like, no, it's not that we didn't say that you guys didn't do well at all. It was just that we just didn't feel loved because of this, and and it was honestly. It was an interesting conversation, but I'm happy that I'm able to have those back and forth with my parents because it's not given to everyone,
Yeah, it really isn't. Some people don't even have the time to even like have that conversation in terms of like being able to like get into your adolescence or into your adulthood and then be able to realize how life is and how you've come above, right? And then be able to have a conversation with your parents. Some people are just too late, or things happen in life, right?
Yeah.
For me, it's like right now. In terms of like speaking to my parents about like what I'm going through on a day-to-day basis, I kind of limit it in a way because I see how like I feel like as though the older my parents are getting, the more sensitive they are, the more receptive they are to like information I give them, right? Like how like they hold it much more dear to them. I don't know why, and it's like example, like if I come home one day and I'm pretty sad and I tell my mom that I lost my job, for her it's like the end of the world, right? And then she, like I wouldn't want to give her that feeling or want her to like go like put my traumas into her life so hardly because you know what I mean, like she's become so sensitive. Even my dad too, it's weird, he used to be like so militant and shit like that, but as he gotten older I can see more of like the softer side and stuff like that. So I tried not to like give him too much information of what's going on a day-to-day, just because I just know the effects and I can see it,
Yeah. Damn, yeah, that's a good observation. But still on that, like, there's still the same train of thought. How do you bring up, or do you even have conversations about mental health with your parents?
Yeah. My parents are kind of weird, man.
Where do they stand on like mental health and stuff like that?
For them, they think mental health is either you weren't raised right, you got spirits, demons are chasing you.
Yeah.
Go see a pastor.
Yeah, pretty much.
That's about it.
Yeah, like with our parents, we're having those conversations, and it's like a lot of time we tell them, "Hey, you guys were probably passed, or definitely past trauma, or you guys, okay, trauma was passed on to you guys from your parents, and you guys never dealt with it because that's not in the culture. It's not in the culture to go see someone and talk about your problems. To them right now, they're like, why am I gonna go talk to a stranger about my issues? Does that make sense?
Yeah.
What was it? They're like, why would I do that if I have people around me? I'm like, because these same people around you can't give you the perspective that you need, or worse, give you bad advice that'll lead you to do bad things. But they see it as the opposite. They see it that the person who's external is not going to give me the right perspective that I need, and they're only going to lead me down the wrong path. They're like, this person doesn't know me, so they can't help me. But that's the exact reason why they can help you, because they don't know you. They're not invested in, you know what I mean? So, I don't know. That conversation was interesting, and they don't really believe in therapy, or you know what I mean. And I'm like, it's so bad, because I'm like, man, you guys need it the most. You know what I mean? You guys like growing up. You see, sorry, go on.
Oh, you can go ahead.
I'm like growing up, you see so many things that they do, and you're like, yo, this is not okay. And like, for real, like I grow up and I'm like, fam, you can't dismiss me like that. Like I'm not a little kid anymore. You know what I mean? Like, so a lot of times I'll bring up talks to my dad, like, yo, no, that's the conversation's not done yet. What talk? You know what I mean? Because like, I'm not that little kid. I'd be like, okay, and it's like, no, c'est terminé, c'est fini. I'm like, no, c'est pas fini. You know what I mean? Like we can go talk in the room, you and I, sure, because you know what I mean? Because Congolese men, and they're like bravado and being like, oh, I'm the dad of stuff, but it's like, no, I'm also a man, and I'm also a human. You know what I mean? I'm gonna be the head of my family. I can't be every time you yell at me, my head goes down. Like, does that make sense? I'm 25. You know what I mean? So I'm not saying I'm bigger or better than you at all, but I'm saying we need to have those talks, because you know what I mean. I'm not a kid anymore, so I don't know, things like that. You know, you grow up, you start to stop letting them slide. You know?
Yeah.
They're like toxic or anything like that. You're like, yeah, that's not cool, bro. We don't. No. Let's fix that. But sorry, you were saying, I cut you off.
Yeah, I was gonna ask you, in terms of like therapy, right?
Mm-hmm.
What are the success rates for people that takes therapy? I've always wondered, like, people would be saying, hey, like I see a lot of things, like Charlemagne will talk about like mental health, obviously, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But in actuality, what is the actual like success rate when someone does take therapy? Is it always a positive outcome?
I'm assuming that it's definitely if not close to it, because I mean, just logically speaking, if you're facing an issue, or if you have certain feelings about things, it's best to open up about them, or where it's not just open up about them, but work through those feelings, so you can come out better on the other side. And that's really just all therapy does. It shows you.
But what if you stumble upon someone that's biased?
Yeah, exactly. But that's your responsibility as well as a patient, of being like, is this therapist a good therapist for me? You know, because if you have a therapist that's like, well, you know, anybody who's Christian is an idiot, and you're Christian, then chances are you should probably see somebody else. You know, so that's just.
But aren't you in like in a vulnerable stage? Like, you know what I mean? Like you're actually seeking help. Like, my nigga, you're sick. You know what I mean? And it's like, what if you stumble upon the wrong person, the wrong time, and then they feed you all this negative shit, and you just become even more fucked up. But like you need help so much that it's like it doesn't work out. Like, I've always wondered, like, is there any cases, like, I'm just like, it's like a wild thought. You know what I mean? Like, can that ever happen?
Yeah, and that thought of yours is exactly what my dad thinks, and he thinks that's fact. He thinks that happens every time, and it's like the therapist can only lead you the wrong way. They're only going to lead you to things that are bad, or to pills. You know what I mean? So, I don't know. I feel like it's also your own judgment of being like, hey, is this person actually a good therapist? You know what I mean? Yeah. So, I don't know, man. I've never taken therapy, but I imagine that some of them, I mean, the most of them are good. That's their job.
Yourself taking therapy in the future, or like,
yeah.
Did you ever go through trauma?
Sure. I feel like we've all gone through trauma, to be honest. I feel like we have a bunch of stuff from childhood that we've never unpacked. And, like, you know, like, we tick the way we tick because of how we were and what we've lived.
That's a fact.
For sure, yeah. I'd be 100%.
I got a question for you, though. Yeah. One thing I realized with my parents, like, you're touching about this a bit when you're talking about, like, going through, like, severe trauma, you know what I mean? Because, like, I feel like African parents, you know what I mean, like, coming from Africa is like one reality they have to face, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And then you know, going through like colonialism, obviously slavery, colonialism, and just like living in a fucked up you know, country, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. It's just corrupted. Mm-hmm. And then having to leave there and then migrating here and then started from the bottom again and then working your way all the way up. It's like
Mm-hmm.
living, like my parents call it two realities
Yeah.
all the time.
Yeah.
And me realizing them going through it, and like it takes a level of like focusedness and like perseverance, like, or dedication to be able to to bypass Congo. First of all, I don't know how.
Yeah.
Like you got to be handpicked, literally, to come from Canada, come from Congo to Canada. Oh man.
Yeah.
It's crazy, man.
It is. It's really crazy. And it's like, yeah, and then you do that, you're exhausted, and now it's like now your next life starts now. And it's like there's no time for you to take breaks and breathe because you got kids that are growing and you got bills to pay. You know what I mean? You gotta pay for Pampers and shit like that. So yeah, no, it's insane. I think about that all the time. Like my dad doing university back home and then coming here and doing university again.
Oh my God!
You know what I mean?
See,
like,
imagine you doing that.
No, I'm not doing that. I don't think anyone from 2020 can do that shit. To be honest, I don't think any people like what, nigga, fuck out of here, bro. I'm not doing that shit, nigga. I'm doing OnlyFans. Are you dumb? You know, like we're doing the easy route. Like there's no way I'm doing that shit again. But you're right. That's a big journey for you to do that and come all the way here and then redo that shit and then, bro, I could, yeah, I couldn't do that. To be honest, I don't think I could do that. Yeah, the shit they face too, like the racism and all that shit. Like, yeah, no, it's not for me, bro. I'm not a very patient man. I can't do that. I'm sorry, bro. I don't know. I don't know how to do that.
Say that in front of your dad, like, bro, I'm not doing your shit, or like.
Oh yeah, bro. I used to say that all the time, and guess what he said? Nope, you're gonna be better than me.
Oh, that's good, man.
And I was like, fuck. But yeah, you know.
Yeah, up, man.
Huh? I'm good. Nah. Speaking of tearing up, though, my nigga, I was almost bawling my eyes out like 20 minutes ago, watching a movie. Fuck, bro. This movie's called it's called Beautiful Boy. It's about.
Yo, hold on.
Yo, nigga, relax. It's about this guy who like he's a father or whatever. He has his own family, but it's like a mixed family kind of. He has a kid from another wife from a past marriage, and then he has a new marriage. You know what I mean? He's starting with the new family, whatever. But his kid from the other marriage, like he turns into a drug addict, right? And so it's like the dad's always there to like pull him out and like help him out and stuff like that. And the kid's kind of like, oh yeah, I'm gonna be clean now. Relapses. Gonna be clean now, relapses. You know what I mean? It's just like it just explores the relationship with like being a parent and having an addict as a kid. You know,
bro, that kid needed some African slaps, bro. You would have got back.
No, that's the thing, though. It's like, bro, it's crazy. You know, it's even worse because it's like drugs ruin your mind because he was doing crystal meth, right? And crystal meth fucks with your mood. So it's like one day you can be like, I'm done with drugs. Like I'm done. Like they're nasty. I hate feeling like this. Blah blah. And then you do this for a while, and guess what? One day, all of a sudden, bro, drugs are fine. Like I don't. You know what I mean? Your body's telling you, I feel fine. Like I want to do it. So it's like, it just fucks with your mood like that. And then that's what just kept happening. It was just so sad. And at the end, like dad had to, I mean, spoiler alert, it's been out for years, bro. Fuck it. But the dad had to, like the son called, he's like, yo, dad, like I want to come home. You know what I mean? Like I don't want to do rehab. The dad's like, that's not possible. You only have to do rehab. He's like, I just want to be with you guys. You know what I mean? Like you guys can get me through it. And I was like, I can't do it. Like, don't call me.
Was the son lying?
I mean, no, probably not. You know what I mean? The son's like, the son in himself feels like he's telling the truth, but then in 3 months he could probably relapse because he's like, yeah, I don't want to do it anymore. You know? So I don't know. It was just tough. And then after that conversation, he hung up the phone. He just started crying, and that scene was just so touching because he's like, yo, it's hard, bro. Like he had to tell his kid, yo, I can't help you. You know?
You're a bitch.
The movie's good, bro. I'm telling you. Movie's good as fuck. This guy's laughing. Nigga, did you ever cry in a movie?
Yo, you know what movie I cried at too?
What?
Baby Boy.
All right, bro. I never finished that movie. It was so trash to me.
No, wait. It was a Baby Boy? There was a movie Tyrese was in. I forgot. And then he like apparently like he had died, and then he had like come back, and he was walking in the sea, and he was meeting his girl in the sea, like not in the sea, but like on the shore.
I have no idea.
Like she had thought he had died, but he came back, And
And
I
you
forgot the
cried?
name of the movie.
You cried
Yeah,
during that scene? How
yeah,
old
that
were
was
you?
last year, bro.
Wow. Is that the only movie you cried during or no?
uh, yeah, I think that was the only one, man.
Really? Ever in your whole life?
Yeah.
Damn. Well, no. The older I'm getting, the more I'm crying in movies for real. Like I'm like,
The fuck?
because you're getting right. Honestly, like the older you get, the more in touch you get with your feelings, the more you're able to understand what your feelings are, and you're more able to empathize with people. So it's like a lot of times you're watching a movie, you're like, I could put myself in that person's shoes, and it's like I feel what you're feeling right now. You know?
Yeah.
Like last time I cried during a movie was well, obviously the movie I watched today, but in the theater, Queen and Slim.
You cried?
Fam, that scene at the funeral, where all his family was there, people are crying. I'm like, nah, it's too real. It's too real for me, bro.
Oh, don't tell me you're the type to get up and just wipe your eyes, go back downstairs, come back.
Nah. Nigga, I'll thug it out, bro. One thug tear, it's good. I'm not the type to be like, nah, it's too much. It's really like one or two streams, and that's it, to be honest.
Did you ever cry in front of your girl before?
Yeah, bro. I was cheesed. That's what I'm saying. Queen and Slim. It was there. She was crying a lot though, so I had to make sure that it wasn't even. If the crying was even, she's driving me home that night, bro. Like, it's not right, All right. What else we got here? Fuck, I'm so mad. The first episode was just so clean,
Yo, it's okay, man. Let's focus on this, man. We got this, man.
You're right. What else do we have? We talked about parents. We talked about mental health. Somehow we tied it back to high school the first time. How did we do that again?
We talked about racism. I feel like because as I don't know if the listeners know, but me and Gilles went to high school together. But like he was taking university courses, and I was taking college courses. And
I know we're back on the story. We did more than just go to high school together. I've known this guy before daycare. I'm talking about like diapers, chilling at each other's house. You know what I mean? Like it's crazy. But yeah, go on.
I think Gilles is like the first human friend I have, actually, guys.
Human friend. Human friend is crazy.
Like VBS tapes. Well, VBS. VHS tapes.
VBS. What? Yeah. VHS tapes type shit, like
way back. We go way back. But in high school, right? So imagine you knowing this guy before fucking school. Like the thought of going to school was big for us. Like we used to talk on the phone, like, oh my god, you're going to school, all this shit.
Yeah.
And we went to school together every day. You remember that time I fucked up on that project?
Which one?
There's a project I fucked up. We had a project together. I fucked up so bad.
Was this grade 7?
Nah, not grade 7. I think so. I don't know.
We
have to build a house. We have to build a house and shit. And then I built a crappy ass house.
What? Really? If this was elementary school, I don't remember.
You remember this?
I just remember my dad. Bro, my dad smoked those things, bro. When it came to shit.
Your dad used to do your projects, eh?
Facts, nigga.
I knew it.
That shit, bro. I'm like, how is this nigga not an architect, bro? Like, he built a house and shit opened up on the side. You can see the inside of it. Yeah. I was like, yo, this is crazy.
Yo, but I remember your dad built a plane. I was like, oh, nah.
He built a plane. He built a boat. He built a car. Like, yo, he was building shit, man.
This guy would come to school and be like, I did this. Teachers used to ride this nigga's dick. He used to be like, what?
Oh my god, yeah.
And I would be the only one. I'm like, no.
Yeah, I heard that. People like, yeah, there's no way he did that. People like, you're just hating. Like, no, he did that. But man. Back to the high school thing.
Yeah, so like, imagine all of this, guys, and then we get to high school, and then like, you know what I mean? Gilles was a golden ticket. You know what I mean? He went to university courses. I went to college courses. But then we actually we're dealing with like racism on 2 different levels.
Yeah.
And it was crazy because it was like a lot of teachers would look down upon us. Like, yo, you're not gonna do this, and we would be like, yo, I want to be like an engineer and stuff. Like, they would laugh. Literally, like laugh. Like, you need university courses. You're not even in university courses. How are you gonna become an engineer? Like,
Yeah.
you gotta look into like carpentry. You gotta look into. You want to become a painter? You want to be a painter or gym teacher? I'm like, what?
Yeah. Word. Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I just always felt shitted on, and I would see how like my classmates as well too. You know what I mean? Shout out to them. I don't want to say no names, but you know who you guys are.
Yeah.
Yo, we used to get shitted on heavy, like a lot. You know what I mean? I don't know. A lot of us got into a lot of trouble as well too because of like frustration, just like how we were dealt with. You know what I'm saying? Like just like we just always looked down upon, treated like shit. You know, we would dream big, but it's like there'll always be a teacher that would just stomp on us, stomp on our dreams. Like,
yeah,
it's not possible.
Yeah,
why are you thinking like that?
Yeah, that's a terrible thing to say, but that's right. And then that would make students also feel confident in saying that thing to you too. You know what I mean? Like academic students would be like, "Oh yeah, you're in applied. Yeah, there's no way you're gonna do that. There's no way you're gonna do this." You know what I mean? Because it's instilled in them to be like, "Oh, because you're an academic, you're better than, or you're gonna be more successful than them." You know what I mean? So yeah, and like the racism that you're talking about in terms of how the teachers were treating you and stuff like that, that was apparent. You know what I mean? I'd see the way they talk about students or be like, "Oh, you know, they're wild there because they're applied," or you know what I mean? It was subtle things like that. But also it was also present in academic classes sometimes too. I mean, a lot of times too, and it'd be mostly by the students, you know, because being like one of the only black guys in academic classes, you're gonna be faced with another type of bullshit in terms of black issues or black anything comes up. They point at you, "Hey, you're the token black guy, right? Give us your take on this. Speak for black people." You know, it's like, what the fuck? Or, you know, it's just other things of like, "Oh, the lights come off. Oh, we can't find you." It's like, man, I can't see you either. Like, you're white. What are you talking about? You know? Or just other things of like teachers kind of testing you, like, "Hey, do you belong here? Or do you really belong here?" You know? Stuff like that. But like, or worse, the whitewashing thing, where students would feel comfortable coming up to you and say, "Hey, that black guy is pretty whitewashed, eh? You're white. What are you talking about? How do you feel comfortable coming to me and talking to me about this?" You know?
What?
So yeah, that whole whitewash thing too. I was like, obviously, I fell into that thinking too, of being like, "Oh, if you do this, you're whitewash. If you do this," I'm like, I don't know anymore. That definition from high school, it was kind of like, it was really blurry and weird, because it was like the definition implied that if you do a specific thing, then you're black. Like if you listen to this type of music, you dress like this, then you're black. Obviously, if you stray from that, whitewash, or you're not black. It's like, so it's like I can't have my own personality. I have to have what box you put me in, and that was frustrating in high school. You know, because you know that I listen to mad shit. I listen to like, you know what I mean, alternative. I listen to rock. I listen to rap. Obviously, hip hop, R&B, whatever. But it's like I listen to all of it because I like what I like. I'm not gonna be this. And I wasn't one of those niggas that was like, "Oh, I'm different." No, I went to what you know what I mean. I went to what attracted me. It wasn't like, "Oh, this is the different track. Let me go check it out." No. It was literally just like I bump into music or whatever, stuff like that. So yeah, man. I don't know how we even got here, but we're here.
That's crazy. What are your biggest like memories in high school?
Wow, biggest memories in high school. Biggest memory in high school. Fucking hell.
Like a highlight.
I mean, honestly, the amount of the lunches in the library, bro. Like those guys were bro. The laughs we had, bro. Fucking hell, playing cards all the time. You know what I mean? Like, really just caking it. It was so blessed, just chilling there, sneaking food. You know, really just having a good ass time. And then I remember people would be like, "Oh, why you gonna go hang out with people in the library?" Blah blah blah. It's like, because I want to. Like, what are you talking about? It's like, "Oh, people fucking playing cards in the library, oh, nerd or loser, or whatever." I'm like, I don't understand how that makes sense. And it's like, you're gonna go eat lunch on the stairs, or worse, sit on the floor in front of the lockers and just chat. I'm like, that was just weird to me. You know what I mean? But nah, the library was a fucking vibe, bro. You even came up some few times to be like, yo.
A lot of times over there.
You think it's like, "Oh shit, I didn't know you guys were giving it up like this," you know? It was fire. Nah, man.
Yo, shout out to Kevin, man.
Shout out to Kevin, bro. Shout out to Mark. Shout out to Nico. Shout out to Yannick. Shout out to Schneider. Shout out to everyone at the table. Abdi, Emil. Yo, everyone there was, bro. Nadia would come pop up here and there, you know? It was fire. Isaac too.
Yeah, that was crazy, man. I remember I used to always talk to you guys. Like, yo, I used to always I remember always picking you guys' brains. I don't know why. I'd say the craziest shit, and like I would love to see you guys' reaction. This would be funny.
Yeah. Damn, yeah. What was your biggest memory from high school?
This is crazy though. The time, this is when the whole jerking was happening.
Yeah.
Like the dance. I don't know if you guys know. Like skinny jeans were in. I remember there was one Friday, me, you, and Jimmy. We all planned to wear different type of like skinnies, like the colors. Oh man. Yeah, we tore it up, bro. Like niggas were like, "Yo, we came through." Yo, fam, it was crazy.
I completely forgot. That's true. Okay, let me take my shit back. There's the library shit, but there's also fam. Do you remember we used to have musculation and then we would go get breakfast, first periods, almost every time. Jimmy would reach get breakfast at McDonald's. You come in stumbling to school late. You know, we'd be like, "Yo, what are you gonna wear tomorrow?" I want to wear this snapback, my Hawaiian shirt. You know what I'm saying? Sauce it up with a little. Like, we would actually call each other up and be like, "Fam, what are you gonna wear?" I'm gonna do this. You're gonna kill him. You know?
This guy said, "Yo, facts."
Nah, for real, niggas are thinking like, "Yo, if I put this piece with this piece, oh, they're not ready."
Yo, I remember I used to come on Fridays, fresh every single time, fam. I wasn't playing, family.
Fam, Fridays were the days that you come out with your flyest shit and with your money, and you went to McDonald's and you ate like kings. Like, we're talking like disgusting meals. We're talking like fucking 6 junior chickens, 4 McDoubles. You know what I mean? Like crazy shit like that.
Yeah, man. But yeah, like I remember like pulling up to school. I remember that day we had a conversation on Thursday night, like 8 p.m. or some shit. Yo, what you wearing? Yo, fam, let's wear all skinnies, dog. You know what I mean? And I forgot what color I had. Yo, I had like a salmon blue, fam.
Yeah.
That shit was crazy. You had like orange. I don't remember.
Orange tangerine-ish.
Yeah, tangerine. I don't forget what Jimmy had.
Yeah, I don't even know. I only had one pair of colors. Shit. Yeah, probably yellow. I only had one pair of colors. I had just had tangerine ones. I remember I got them from H&M. When I found them, I'm like, "Oh, it's over for you niggas, bro." Man, I was so gassed, bro. Holy. And back then, jerking was live, bro. Like, niggas watch jerking videos all the time. Hey, that sounds crazy. Jerking videos, practice, go to school with the moves, and like, nah.
We make videos, dog, dancing and shit.
Yeah.
Fuck, bro.
Sheesh, man.
No responsibilities and shit, bro. Just living life, dog.
High school was a ride, bro. It's so easy. And like, back then, the biggest stress was like, what school am I gonna get into? But even then, I wasn't too worried about that because I knew that I was already gonna take 2 years off, right? Yeah. I knew I was gonna work, save money, and then go to school. And like, even in that, and like whenever I tell people that, they'd be like, "You're never gonna go to school. You're just gonna be comfortable getting your money, and you're never gonna go back." I'm like, "Why are you telling me about my life, bro?" Like, no, that's what happens. We're telling you that's what's gonna happen. You're never gonna go back to school. I'm like, what? And then those same people that would tell me that, like, they're either, well, they finished school, but you know what I'm saying, it took a bit longer than it was supposed to. It took 6 years instead of 4. Switched majors a few times, you know what I'm saying? So, I don't know, man. And plus, I'm so happy that I didn't go straight after high school because coming out of high school, I was like, okay, I want to do accounting and finance. I never done accounting in my life. And till this day, accounting is the worst class of mine ever. Mm-hmm. So imagine if I did that just as my major.
Well, yo, you gotta show off your plaques, man. Tell them, yo, you got your plaques, bro. Niggas got plaques, B.
Yo, the vibes, bro.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I'm surprised they didn't come back to steal it, because I don't know how I got that shit. Like, bro, the amount of times you and my niggas going to exams, like, yo. You just go like, fuck it. Like, bro, the amount of times people just laugh during exams, like, it was crazy, man. But
I remember exam time in high school was the best time, man. Especially in the summertime. Oh, man. Finish the exam, you got the whole rest of the day.
Yeah. Bro, I want to imagine like, what it would be like if I was fucking in high school. Nah, it wouldn't be safe. It would be right. I would be so irresponsible. Oh my God. No. If we, like, I don't know. If I was, because there was no way that I was ready for that. I was like such a kid and just like mentally too. I was like, nah, I don't know. I'm scared. Like, I don't know what to do. I don't want to get anyone pregnant. So.
That's good, man.
Man, that's crazy though. That had a throwback. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm
Jeez.
showing you, man. Life, for all the
Yeah, man.
youngins over there, man. Everyone you listening, when you're growing up, enjoy the times, man.
Enjoy
Because
the
once
times, man.
responsibilities start coming in, you're gonna lose. You're not gonna lose track of time, but time is gonna start ticking pretty fast. I don't know why. As we're getting older, time is starting to go much more faster.
You think so?
I believe so. Yeah.
I don't know. I
Okay.
feel like because I like to really soak up the moment. You know what I mean? So like my girl sometimes gets mad at that, but not really. She says she doesn't, but I think she does. Like I like to just have moments, whereas she likes to have like, okay, we're gonna plan this, we're gonna do this, we're gonna do this. You know what I mean? It's like no, but like enjoy the moment, because like trust me, I'm telling you right now, in 2 years you're gonna remember feeling what you were feeling back then, and it's gonna be like a comfort blanket. Which is why I love living moments and having music attached to that time. Because I can listen to specific albums and be like, yo, it's taking me back to when so and so. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's the. I really like soaking up moments because, yeah, I mean, if you don't, life is just gonna pass you by, and you'll be like, yo, fam, I just had a bunch of events, but there's no moments, you know.
That's a
Yeah,
good way to look at it. Actually, seizing the moment.
for
I'm
sure,
gonna
man.
take. I'm gonna walk away with that today. Actually, seizing the moment.
Yeah. I remember advice I got from someone who was outside of high school, and I was still in high school. He was like, bro, fuck the sixes. The 6 out of 10 girls. He's like, fuck them. If you have an opportunity to fuck them, just do it. Now, that's always been in the back of my mind. I was like, I really wonder why this guy said that.
What?
You know what I mean? He was like, yeah, like those girls, you can make it past that, just do it. And I was like, but why? You know what I mean? I just never understood why. I guess that person felt like he was always missing out on things, or he could have capitalized on something and he didn't do it, you know? But
Yeah.
nah, that was always a thing in my mind. I'm like, what if, you know?
That actually does make sense. To be honest, what he's talking about.
You're saying it makes sense?
No, I mean that. Huh?
You're saying it makes sense? I mean, yeah. I could. I mean, yeah.
Not in our high school. But I'm just saying in life in general.
No. Actually, maybe there were some sneaky ones. Yo, there's a girl who I want to bleep out her name. Fam, her body was fucking insane. Do you not remember her? She was like some weird, like Russian type, really nerdy. But fam, the titties were like, what the fuck? Why is it so firm? And then her ass was crazy too. And I was like, how is nobody seeing this body? I remember I peeped it with somebody else. A few other people, they're like, yeah, no, her body's crazy. And I was like, my nigga, like, why are we talking about this? Because it's like she looks weirder because she's in a certain like social circle, you know. But no, I have to make a note to bleep this out, or else it's gonna be bad on me. But no, she was crazy looking, you know. How do you feel about guys who circle back, like guys who like used to clown a certain girl and then she graduated and she looks different and now they're in their DMs?
Oh, you're a sucker.
That's what I'm saying. I think it's so corny.
It is.
Like, I think it's the corniest thing ever of being like, oh, she glowed up. Oh, shit. Have you seen so-and-so? Oh, my gosh, she's fire. Like, there's so many girls from our high school.
Like that.
Yeah. There's so many girls from our high school where it's like, they tell me those tales of like, oh, yeah, this person tried to get with me. And this person I'm like, oh, this is fucking nastiness, you know?
Ain't no women talk about that shit all day, fam.
Bro. It's just, oh, my God, yeah.
I can't imagine that. For me, like, I don't know. For me, it's like, yo, if I never fucked you then, even if you glowed up, I'm not gonna try to holler at you. It has to happen naturally. It can't be something where it's like I'm plotting. Like I'm like, damn, yo, she looks fine. Like, nah. Like it's like if we ever have encounters or we ever get to speak to each other, like I will always shout out. You know, honestly, like I would capitalize on the moment, but if it doesn't happen, like it's not something to force, you know.
Exactly. For sure.
Man, let's get into the bullshit now.
All right, let's get into some bullshit. All right, cool scenario. All right, let's say you and your girl, you've been dating for a while. Let's say a year and some change, right? And then all of a sudden you guys get split up because like she has to go. This is a very specific scenario, but let's say she has to go to school or something. Then she's away from you, right? So she's gonna be a few hours away from you, like at her dorm, and you're still in the city. And then all of a sudden, she tells you she has a UTI. How are you gonna react? What's your first thought? I mean, for the audio listeners, they have no idea what's going on right now. But
In all honesty, UTI. I would honestly ask her, like, where have you been peeing? Where have you been using the washroom? You know, like, have you been using the washroom a lot at Pizza, or have you been going to your friend's house a lot using the washroom? Like, what have you been doing? What type of encounters have you been on? You know, who's
yeah,
been down there?
who's been down there?
Yeah, I gotta know because UTI. Oh, I just got it. I don't believe that shit. That's not gonna fly.
Man, yeah, my first reaction would be like, all right, so who the fuck you been fucking, bro? Like that's my first thing of
Real
being like,
talk.
because wait, well, hold on, because I've only ever heard of UTIs when it's like when you don't pee after sex. So I'm like, yeah, no, you've been fucking someone. But this actually happened to me, and yeah, it happened to me a while back, with one of my exes, and then I was like, so you obviously you fuck someone, like what the fuck's going on? She's like, no, it's like you know what I mean. It happens to women all the time, blah blah. It can be due to different things, blah blah blah. And I'm like, now even till this day, I still think about it. Like, nah, I think she cheated. You know, I'm like I don't trust it too much. You know.
Did you guys have you guys ever had any encounters after that or after
I
that
mean,
news?
yeah, I don't think that's. Yeah, it's not breakup worthy, bro. It's not like, oh, you're fucking him. I know you are. Like, nah, I don't have anything to convict, so I just have to have my notions to myself, you know.
So
Where
you
it's like,
still
I didn't think, I didn't. I thought about it. I didn't fully trust her answer, but at the same time, it's not fair to end things. I'm like, because I don't know for a fact, but my gut's telling me maybe. So you're kind of just waiting for the other shoe to drop, you know.
mhm.
It's like, I see. Interesting.
You still clapped.
Oh, 100%. Yeah. But you know what I mean? It's like, I don't know, because, again, you have to act like she's telling the truth because there's trust there, right? But in the
Yeah,
back of
but
my mind, it's still like,
you got a UTI mouth though.
huh?
You got a UTI mouth.
Nah, chill. But, you know, I was just like, I don't know, man. It's the thing that I don't know how to compare it to anything else, you know? But it comes to me. It's just like, okay, I'll listen to you. But the back of my mind, I'm kind of like, all right, let me ask you this question. Do you think anyone can cheat on anyone?
Anybody can cheat on anybody. No, I don't think anybody can cheat on anybody. I believe that people cheat on people that they feel as though they can get away with it. You only cheat as you only cheat on your partner if you don't take them as serious as you think they take you serious.
Damn, it's fucked up. Wow, yeah,
That's
no,
just like
cause
that's like the cycle, the psyche that goes behind, the whole.
start cheating.
Yeah.
Cause for me, I was like, I don't know if I fully believe this anymore, but like there was a time where I didn't put cheating past anyone. You get what I'm saying? Where it's like anybody can do anything. Not that you're allowed to do it, but it's like you know what I mean. Like it's kind of like yeah, if it happened, I wouldn't be like, oh my god, you
Yeah.
anymore. You know what I mean? And it's like why I don't get why I was like scorned like that. Not scorned, but it's you know what I mean. It's kind of like jaded like that in terms of being like not putting it behind anyone. Like, I don't think I've ever got cheated on, to my knowledge. So it doesn't make sense for me to operate like that and be like, oh yeah, anyone can do it. It doesn't matter. None that it doesn't matter, but it's kind of like people can do it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I don't know. It doesn't make sense though, because it means I don't trust anyone, and I don't think that's true.
But I got a question. Okay,
Yeah.
let's say you went through life, you've dated, you've gotten married, it's your life partner and everything, right?
Yeah.
You had a good life. I have this thing where it's like I believe like when people pass away, I feel like you meet God and like God like replays your whole life.
Yeah.
And like let's say he replays your whole life, right? And everybody you've been with cheated on you.
I'd be like, well, God, why the fuck did you make me an idiot in this lifetime? Like, everybody, Jesus Christ. I'm like, at that point, man, you just look at God like, really, nigga? Really? You're that bored with my life that you have to spice it up like this? Like,
It's so spicy. Like it's just so proper, bro. And like
if everybody that I've been with cheated on me, fucking hell.
you didn't know, but you just lived a good life.
I mean, yeah, I guess at that point, it's kind of like I lived a good life, but Jesus, that fucks with you, man. that fucks with you in a way that you can't put into words, man. It's just, Jesus Christ. No. Do you think that you can get past cheating?
If I get cheated on?
Yeah.
No.
Why is that?
I can't.
And do you expect your partner to forgive you if you cheat? I feel like I spoke the other language, dog. Oh my God. Pardon? Fam, do you expect her to forgive you if you cheat?
I don't expect anything. That's first and foremost.
Nigga, take the glasses off.
Be honest. That's what I have in mind.
Be honest.
No, it's not that first and foremost, okay. One thing I would like to say is that I've learned a lot. You know what I mean? When it comes to like, you know, cheating and stuff like that, like it's not something that's cool. It's not something that's right. You know, I want to say this one thing.
Take the glasses off, fam. Don't you remember when Jordan was making an apology and had his glasses on? They didn't take him seriously because he was like, you know, go on.
But I look at cheating like this. Yo,
like partnership, right?
Like, not obviously, but dead ass. Just to clear everything up that was ever posted before. Guys, listen to this carefully, okay? I look at it like this. Now I do, after going through whatever. It's like sometimes I sit there, right? And I'm single, right? And when I consider being in a relationship, and I'm like, yo, I really cannot do anything other than my partner, right? And it's like, yo, I never would want to make my woman feel a certain way or feel a certain level of, you know, like disloyalty. Because it's like, what if my dad had done that to my mom and I was able to see the effects through my mom? And then when I was sitting there and think about that, I'd be like, oh, fuck, I'd hate that nigga. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And then I'd be like, shit, you know what? I don't think I'll ever want to do that. Like, it's not worth it if like, just to think of it, like, if my dad would do that to my mom, bro, yeah. Like, dog. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I think that we're going to have to revisit this conversation if you get into another relationship. And we'll see. Because that pressure, bro, it gets hard sometimes. Sometimes there's literally, like, and you're in a relationship, and for some reason, there's a bus of women that just came off, and for some, they're just targeted towards you. And you're like, where's this bus coming from? Why is it
a bus of women?
No, but for real, sometimes it feels like that's like, why are they targeting me out of nowhere? You're just getting targeted. Like, it's like, what the fuck? And sometimes people they can't fight that temptation. You know what I mean?
Is it safe to say that women love men that are in relationships or in committed relationships?
Bro, that is, I don't know. Yeah, yes, absolutely. I don't know why though. I think that
it's crazy, right?
Yeah, I think that it's because men that are in relationships were not as thirsty. At least, I mean, I can't speak for everyone. There's thirsty men that are in relationships, but I can say the ones that are actually happy, they're not thirsty. Yeah. Right? So they're able to talk to women like they're humans and not like they're prey.
Yeah, yeah.
Where you going later? You know what I mean? Like, I can talk to you like, oh, like, hey, how are you doing? How are you? You good? Yeah. So I guess that surprises them and attracts them and be like, oh my God, what? He's human. He's not trying to hug me or from tight or long. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Not a creep. So yeah. Hey, you know what I mean? So it's like, I think that's also part of the attraction that's there. But yeah, I definitely noticed a spike of like, when you're single to when you first get into a relationship, for some reason they come out of the woodwork. It's like, like, what's going on with you? It's like, what, nigga? You've been buried for months, you know? But yeah, I don't know. Every time it always happens. But at the same time, I've also seen niggas in relationships talk super big game from the bleachers. You know what I mean? And they call that like boyfriend confidence, where it's like you've been out of the game for so long that you forgot how the game really is.
Yeah.
Now you think that you can score a half court every time. And it's like, fam, you weren't even scoring layups. I don't think you can score half court right now. Are you kidding me? Instagram, I can DM anyone, bro. I can get anyone. What, this girl in the club, bro, I can get her. And it's like, you have that confidence because of what you already have at home and it's secure.
You have security. That's
exactly. Move that security. Another game, man.
A lot of niggas ain't got game like how they think they got game, man.
No, man. You move that security, man. You become that guy. You become Spice Adams before the haircut. Remember? He's in the barbershop like, I just want you to take off a little off the top, a little off the side. The barbershop like, what?
Speak up.
I'm sorry. But no. Yo, speaking of funny niggas on the internet, Drewski is easily the funniest nigga on the internet right now.
Undefeated right now.
By far. He makes the most relatable, the realest videos ever, bro. Like, the most recent one that he just put out is the niggas who always want points for getting pussy. You see that one? He's like, yo, he woke up and like, I'm surprised you ain't hear me last night, bro. His friend just ignored him. He's like, oh, man.
He's like, yo, you got any more Jimmys?
Yeah, you're out of Jimmy's, man? He's like, huh? Yeah, whatever, yeah. And he's like, yo, man. And the guy finally caved. He's like, okay, who'd you hook up with? He's like, man, I'm not into that kiss to tell shit. 2 seconds later, he shows his phone. It's a girl. He's like, yo, 400K though. She got 400K on the ground. She fuck with rappers and shit, nigga. And then he's like, but I don't rap. Like, yo, this guy is the funniest guy ever, man. Oh,
yeah. Did you ever fantasize of hitting like a bad shorty that's on the gram?
Yeah, but not just because she's on the gram, because she looks fire. You know what I mean? Like, I never thought about, like, actually, no, I think I have maybe, of being like, oh, she has mad clout.
Yeah.
Like, but it's like, I feel dirty even thinking that, you know what I mean? And being, oh, shit, I want to hit because she has clout and she looks good. And it's like, yo, fam, you don't even know the body I have right here, bro. Look at her followers, you know? But it feels weird to say that. So now I think that I'm more so into, like, clapping girls that just look good. You know what I mean? Well, I mean, not now. I'm in a relationship. But you get what I'm saying? Don't look at me like that. I'm gonna end this
you're getting carried away, man.
I was getting nervous. I'm cutting all this out. Take 2. Music-wise, what's going on right now? We've got 88 Glam is dropping an album this Friday. They put out a single today. It's fire. It's actually good. I like it a lot.
Bro, weren't they dropped by EXO?
Yeah, for human trafficking charges and stuff like that. You know what I mean? But I mean, I guess we're gonna have to see. Actually, let me check right now. Let me check if it says EXO Records or something like that on the song.
It probably does. This is probably like the last of like the deal.
It just says 88 Glam.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, all of them say 88 Glam. There's no, 2018 EXO Records. That's what the album says. But, yeah, they did get kicked off the label, fam. Yikes. Yeah, I guess it's for human trafficking, you know, all that stuff. Anything else you want to add, or you want to wrap it here?
I think we gave our fans, the listeners, enough content for today. You know what I mean? I think we spoke upon a lot of good things about life, growing up, parenthood, a little bit of our backgrounds, how we grew up with tough love, having to just figure a lot of things out on the fly in life. You know what I mean? Gilles gave us a good point where, like, you know, gave us a good point where, you know, living in the moment. You know what I mean? So, like, I think this week the message is to live in the moment, take things one day at a time, and just seize the moment. You know, just be there, be present.
Bro, carpe diem. You know, seize the moment or seize the day. What was I gonna say? I think that honestly, the name of this episode might just be nostalgia, because we went from high school. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's like living in the moment, and it's yeah. I'm big on that. You know what I mean? For real, like, and that's a tip for people too. Like, if you're living a moment and you're having a good time, slap a soundtrack on that shit. Trust me, you're never gonna regret it. You're gonna be how many years old later on and be like, every time you listen to that, you have that good time that you're reliving in your mind. So it's honestly, it's always fun. It's never let me down. But anyway, thank you for listening. support the show, keep it growing, keep sending your emails. I want to hear more from you guys. I want to do more advice episodes. Obviously, have Kuti on it as well. That's going to be a fun little dynamic and see how our advice is going to be conflicting or if it's going to be the same. I'm interested to see that. So send your emails at rotmpodcast@gmail.com. Emails, stories, questions, all that fun shit, all there in the inbox. And we can find us on Instagram, duuke.m. And then for Kotiand, it's Kotiande. My bad, bro. It's Kotiiiande, right?
Yeah, that's it.
All right, boom. So that was episode 27. All right, tune into the next week's episode. All right,
Yo, imagine, guys, just imagine episode 100.
Oh, bro. Oh, speaking of fucking growth and 100, we hit 100 subs on the channel. Which is small to a lot of people, you know what I mean? But like to me, I'm like, this is an accomplishment. It's 3 digits. Let's keep it going. Let's keep it growing. You know what I mean? Like next up's gonna be 4 digits and so on and so forth. So let's keep going. Let's keep growing the show and yeah, let's make some money out of this shit.
Let's get it. All right, take care, guys.